Never told everyone. People have a tendency to take midrash as though these are stories or interpretations that Chazal made, but that it's not really the story itself. But the truth of the matter is that Chazal didn't say anything in Midrash that they did not see in the pasuk itself. In other words, the pasuk indicates the Midrash that Chazal are going to expound about. So with the Maariv, we have a basic problem with the spies. What was their motive? Why should they give a negative report? Now, when it comes to motive, the Navi Yeshayahu says, "Akol ha'lev bi da'ever." The human heart is so complex, so at odds with itself. Me, I know who knows it, who can interpret it. And we see that we know from our own personal lives that we have done things that they're not exactly clear. What was the motive? Why did you? What impelled us to do it? And what are the forces that lie behind it? But here in Shlach, there's a famous medrash as to what the motive of the Maariv was. Why did they come back with a negative report? And the medrash says the reason was that in the desert, they were the heads of the tribes. They had positions of power and prestige. When they come to Eretz Yisrael, there are going to be elections. There are going to be new people. A different situation from Waco. So they're going to lose the station that they have. They're going to lose their power. They're going to lose their prestige. So therefore, they were not willing to do that. Where it says in Yesi, it said at the beginning, when my compatriot said, "Come, you'll be a member of the Sanhedrin. We need you in the position of importance and power." He said, "Wild horses couldn't drag me." But now, once that I've made it, there's no force in the world that can drag me down. And we know from human experience that people are reluctant to give up power. Put it mildly. And that power, to a great extent, is even a greater drive than is wealth and finance. So the Medrash says that was their motive. Their motive was that when they came there to Israel, they would have to give up their power. There wouldn't be the heads of the tribe anymore. Where did Chazal see that? What is there in the pasuk that indicates that? Because you cannot say that Chazal are just inventing things whole cloth. They're not writing it on that page in the newspaper. So in Yiddish, they used to say, "Who writes this? Where is it lying in the pasuk?" So it's very simple in the pasuk. Because when the Torah describes the Maariv, the Torah adds things that are not necessarily necessary for the story. So the Torah says, "Kulam Roshei B'nai Yisrael." They were all the heads of the tribes. Why does the Torah have to say that? Because the Torah is telling you that lies at the heart of the matter. That they were the leaders of the people. And they didn't want to give that up. And that's why the Torah lists for us all the names. To tell us that what? It's not, Mr. Reuben, Mr. Shimon. The Torah could have said, he said 12 people, who cares what the names are? The names were great people. Because they were great people, they didn't want to give up their greatness. They didn't want to be relegated to become ordinary people. So it's interesting to note, and unfortunately pointed out, what was the reward of Yoshua ben Nun and Caleb ben Yehuda? The two who said, "Oh, now, no, it's good. Oh, Lord, slow. Their reward was that they did not lose their status. Yoshua became the head of the people, the successor to Moshe. Caleb continued as the head of the tribe of Yehuda. Exactly what the Maariv were afraid of. Just the opposite. They would have also retained their greatness. They would have also had their status renewed. The Torah wanted to make that clear to us, and that's where Chazal got the drasha. One of the problems that existed in the 19th and 20th century, and in our time as well, there were great Rabbanim and Chutzlords. Very few of them made Aliyah. Very few of them came there to serve. Because of many motives. But one of the motives is that if he stays in America, he's a great rabbi. He comes here, he numbered at 28 in a million. That's all. Nothing special about it. And it's hard for people to deal with. So the biggest story of a cook. The father told me the story that there was a Talmud in the yeshiva back in the Rav, and all the Talmudim then in the first months were special. He was a big Talmud koch, a wonderful person, and he received an offer from a community in which to come and become a Rav there. And it was a rather prestigious position. And he was certainly tempted. And he went to see a cook to ask his teacher what his advice was. So a cook said to him, better to be a grocery man in Jerusalem than a Rav in Linton. So he heard that the cook said that. So when he left the yeshiva, he went to the grocery. And he became the largest wholesale grocer in Yerushalayim. And during the siege of Yerushalayim, it was his warehouses that sustained the people in the midst of the hunger. And he always said, that's what the cook said to him. So that's before, but if you would have gone to it and been the great Rav, it would be much harder to come in and be a grocery. Chazal saw that, they saw that in the Turkey, and they enlisted that as part of the motives why the Iraqis behaved as they did. לפי חוקר בלהם פורו המצווס, שנאמר עיני חבב סמן צדקו יגדיל פרו לידי.